care? You think that's why I'm saying this?
No, I don't.
Why don't you come see my world? I have a little bookshop, St. George's on Bourbon.
I know.
See? I knew it. You're crazy about me, too. Come back tonight.
That is not charming, Gabriel.
My world isn't so bad.
I'm sorry, but there's no place for someone like you in my life. Not now, not ever.
Damn it.
Can't take the pulpy romance. Alright. Is that everything I need to do here?
The imposing tomb is elaborately labeled Gede.
Okay. Alright, I don't think... I guess I could talk to the gravekeeper, or the cemetery keeper, whatever that guy's position is. See if I have any more questions that pop up that I can ask him. But I don't think there will be much to pick from him here. It's always worth a try, though. You gotta be thorough in these kinds of games.
Hello there. Got a sec?
Yeah? What can I do for you?
Okay.
Mind if I pick your brain a minute?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
I've already asked about Marie Laveau. Voodoo, have I asked about that?
Do you know anything about a secret voodoo hound fool?
I don't know what you talking about.
Okay.
Do you know anything about bebes?
I don't know what you talking about.
I think that's everything. There are those other things, but I've already asked him about them on previous days. Okay. It's getting late.
Getting late.
Okay.
Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Guess that's all I need to do to trigger the end of the day. What Wizard says, do you know anything about snakes? Which is a question that Gabriel will often ask.
Excuse me. I'm going inside.
Oh, excuse me, I'm afraid St. George's is closed for the day.
I'm not a customer. I'm here to see the owner.
Why don't you just leave your name and number with me, and I'll tell him you stopped by.
Listen, if Gabriel is here, he'll want to see me. Is he here?
Really couldn't say for certain, but in the morning...
Gracie, say goodnight.
Okay.
Ugh.
You came. I didn't think you would.
I didn't think I would either.
Your eyes. Oh, I could show you around a little. It's not much, but...
Please, don't. I couldn't focus on much of anything right now.
Yeah, I know. God, what is it about you?
Just shut up and kiss me.
Alright. The speed at which that romance was initiated is a little hard to swallow, but whatever. I spoke to one who smelled of death. He gave to me his ears, and crosses that were marked were made into a veil of tears. No breakfast? Oh, there's someone in the window. That's kind of creepy.
You're not speaking to me this morning?
Don't be silly. I just have nothing to say.
Did you find out anything about that pattern I gave you?
Yeah, I did find something. I checked the microfiche at the public library. I found an article about a murder in 1810. The newspaper published a part of the pattern found around the body. It looks damn close.
You're incredible. All that work.
Forget it.
Have it your way.
Okay. What Wizard says? Did you find anything about snakes? I have found 1, 2, 3 snake scales in different places, but none of them match. So, alright, so what is this woman in the window doing? Or man, or whatever.
Have you noticed this guy outside the
Guy.
shop?
Yeah. He gives me the creeps. I wish he'd go away.
Can't you, like, call the police on him? That's the first thing I'd do if there was just a guy standing outside my store or place of residence and just kind of looking in constantly. What Wizard says, "Oh man, what's that with the croc head? I must have missed you there." It is a mask. I purchased it from the voodoo shop for $100. I'm gonna try calling the police, because that's like the first thing I would do in real life. So why not give it a try? Can't dial 911 in this game? Okay. Whatevs, man. Alright, so what do we do every day? We read the newspaper, right?
Times-Picayune, dated June 21st, 1993. Gabriel's eye is immediately drawn to an article about the voodoo murders. He scans it quickly.
I don't believe this. They've closed the case.
What?
What case?
The voodoo murders case. The paper says that the police have learned that the murders were the result of an underworld cartel war, and that the war is over.
That's not good.
It's ridiculous. What about the killers? And the voodoo angle, they never got anything on that.
I know you were into it, Gabriel. But if it's over, that's hardly a negative. Anyway, if you're that upset, why don't you talk it over with your pal Mosley?
You don't get it, Grace. Just forget it, okay?
Gabriel decides to check his horoscope, despite his disgust. Death walks close to you today. Resist temptation, lest his eye fall on you too.
Peachy.
Alright. So let's, well, first of all, I should probably save the game. Day 4.
See you later.
Good luck.
Okay, so the question is where to first. I do have a few places that I want to check out today for sure. For example, I gave a mold to this guy at Napoleon House, which is a bar, to replicate a snake bracelet. I made a mold of a snake bracelet that this old lady had, that she said was, I guess, a charm, maybe?
Hey there,
No, not a
it's
charm.
you. I got that bracelet
But something
for you.
with, like, special voodoo powers of some kind, I think. Or something,
This piece
I don't
was
know.
a real toughie. For some reason, the metal just wasn't setting. I must be out of practice.
Well, it looks good to me. Thanks, Sam.
No problem. By the way, I'm heading out of town tonight.
Yeah, where to?
Marcus used to tell me that if I ever beat him at chess, he'd take me around the royals. The old bastard has enough money stuffed in his mattress to cover the federal deficit, and he hates spending a penny of it. I'm gonna enjoy watching him squirm through every mile.
Sounds like fun. Good luck.
Are you kidding? Luck is my middle name.
Cool. Cool. Let's check out our bracelet. I think this is it.
Sam's replica of Madame Cazanu's snake bracelet looks just like the original.
Nice. You've done it. You've done it again, Sam. You've done it again. All right. Let's check out Jackson Square. This guy's new, I think.
It's Crash, the guy from Mosley's office. At the first sight of Gabriel, he slouches away like a beaten dog.
I wonder what he's up to.
Okay, guess I should maybe try following him. Okay.
Hey, Crash! Wait up!
Crash only looks scared and keeps walking.
Okay. So am I just going to, like, indefinitely follow him around in circles if I keep going after him?
Hey, Crash! Wait up!
Crash only looks scared and keeps walking.
Okay, so I'm wondering if I need to watch, if I need to spy on him from the Overlook. There's a place that you can use to overlook the park. What Wizard says, those are some realistic cough sound effects. So where's Crash? Oh, Crash. Where are you, buddy? Maybe you're behind this door. There you are. What you doing? You have some business with this guy?
That's Crash. What the hell is he up to with that drummer?
Okay. Well. So what is going on with Monsieur Crash and the drummer?
The drummer is busy.
Okay. So where'd he go? Oh hey, there he is. I think that's him.
Crash is huddled in a pew. He looks seriously ill.
Okay. What's going on, buddy?
I need to talk to you. Ask you some questions.
No way, man. I'm too sick. Just go away.
Come on. I have to know what you know about these voodoo people.
You don't know nothing about nothing, man. You're so far out of it, you wouldn't understand anything. Just like that friend of yours, Mosley. Go away.
I'm not like Mosley. I know more than you think I do. I'll believe you.
Forget it, man. It's not worth my breath.
Can't remember if this bracelet has like a protective power or something, but it's worth a shot at least.
Do you recognize this?
Where'd you get that?
Why? Do you know something about it?
Know something about it? Look at this.
Crash opens his shirt and reveals a tattoo.
It's the same snake.
It's their sign. The mark of the snake. Without it, they'll never let you get close.
Huh.
The sign of the snake. Right. Your tattoo, my bracelet. Now, do you believe that I know something about these people?
Yeah. You know about them, I guess.
Okay. Will you start answering some questions?
Will you answer some questions for me now?
Okay. Okay. I'll talk to you a little. I'll make it fast.
Drummer.
I saw you talking to that drummer. What did you tell him?
You saw me with the drummer? Nobody's supposed to see. Shit. I blew it again. I promise you won't say nothing to no one. It'll get back to him. Everything does. Promise me you won't tell anyone you saw me.
Okay. But you have to tell me everything I want to know.
Yeesh, Gabriel.
Okay. I was sending a message, man. Yeah, these rotten drummers posted around the quarter. They see everything. And they report.
Report? How?
The drums, man. It's some kind of code.
A code, you say?
Tell me about the Rada drums.
I already told you about that.
Okay. What else do I need to know more about? Veve?
Do you know anything about Veves?
I never heard of that.
Oh, Voodoo Hanfer?
Tell me what you know about a secret voodoo hanfour in New Orleans.
I guess it's like a voodoo cult.
There's this is an underground cartel in New Orleans. A voodoo cartel. They control everything that happens on the street. I mean, everything. Bought or sold. They have their fingers in the legit world, too. Banks, foreign stuff, you name it. There's supposed to be this temple. What you said, a Hound 4. That's their headquarters. I heard people say it's underground. Somewhere in the French Quarter. I don't know where.
Have you ever been there?
No, I've never been in it. I'm a nobody. A runner. But I saw them once. Out at the lake. They became animals, man. Beasts. I remember the eyes. The eyes.
Hey, are you okay?
The eyes. The eyes of the snake.
I think I should go get a doctor. Hey, are you alright?
Someone! I need help!
The eyes of the snake. Dambala. Oh.
What snake? Crash!
Crash spasms twice more, then died as Gabriel wanted.
Oh, God. Poor bastard.
Yeesh. Wait, so can I, like, contact the police about this? Can I get an ambulance? Or no, I can just go out and listen to the Saints go marching in. Alright. Okay, gosh, should I try to go to the police station, maybe, and see if I can report report the fact that that guy died?
Detective Mosley. Hard at work, I see.
It's you, God help me. Knight, I hate to tell you this, but you're out of a book. The Voodoo Murders case has been closed.
I had a feeling you were going to say that, son of a bitch.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess I just can't report Crash's death? That just seems kind of weird to me. What Wizard says, that's some jaunty music right after a guy died. Yeah, so I left the building and people were playing Oh When the Saints Come Marching In out on the street. Alright. Can I ask
you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Oh yeah, Crash's death. Here we go.
Crash is dead.
What? What are you talking about? I just let him go this morning.
Yeah, well, that turned out to be a brilliant move. Though they probably would have gotten him anywhere.
They? You're losing it, Knight.
It was the voodoo cult. They did it. Crash said...
You're an amateur, so let me just give you some advice. Crash was a junkie. You gotta read through the hallucinations, you know what I mean? Where's the body, anyway?
St. Louis Cathedral.
Lovely. Well, we'll make sure he's picked up sometime today so he doesn't scare the shit out of some nun. But chill, Gabe. In this business, you see a lot of stiffs.
Aren't you going to investigate?
Civilians. Did you actually see someone kill him?
No. Actually, I was with him when he died. Could have been poison, though.
Yeah, well, when they get the body in, they'll do a quick autopsy. Standard procedure. If it's anything other than an overdose, I'll get a report. But it won't happen. I know these guys. Lock them up overnight, and they tend to overdo it the next day.
Your professionalism is astonishing.
Social commentary. Okay. So, I guess you should probably reopen the case, man.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
Look, the department's not interested.
So, couldn't you make them interested?
With what? I've got 7 bodies and still no leads. The voodoo angle's worthless. And besides, these people aren't hurting anybody but out-of-town drug dealers and hitmen.
The voodoo stuff is not worthless. It's the key to the whole thing. And these people are dangerous. They need to be stopped.
Okay. You want me to reopen this case? Prove what you just said.
What do you mean?
You need to...
Prove there's a legitimate voodoo cult in New Orleans. Prove that they're a threat. Get me a lead on the cult.
Alright. Okay. Oh,
I'm gonna hit the road.
Later, Knight.
I just remembered that when I talked to Crash, he said that he had a snake tattoo on his chest. I'm thinking that I might need to jot that down. Or jot down the pattern, I mean. Because it could be important. Yep, still there.
Crash's face shows signs of strangulation. His death was not a pleasant one. Crash's body is slumped in the pew. What a place for a violent death. Crash's shirt is closed.
Oh, okay.
On Crash's chest is a tattoo of a snake.
This is about as close as I want to get.
Okay. You're no Laura Bow, Knight.
I guess I better copy this tattoo.
Yes, you do that. You know, don't call the hospital or anything. Just copy the tattoo and leave his corpse here inside the cathedral. There you go, Knight. There you go. Let's see. Do I want to try going anywhere else? I guess I should probably just, like, go to every place that I can. Because you never know when you'll encounter something.
Uh-huh.
I also should probably save my game.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
I guess I should probably be asking people about the Rada drums.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
What I know, I wouldn't be talking about with you.
Do you know anything?
What I know?
Okay. Dr. John at the museum, at the Voodoo Museum. Maybe he knows something about that.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Okay. Rada drums.
Could I ask you some more questions?
Of course. I also find our dialogue stimulating.
Oh, I can ask him about Malia.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
There are some against the wall, but I do not play myself.
You don't know anything about a drum code?
I do not believe there is such a thing, Mr. Knight.
Do you know anything about...
There are some against...
Okay. Malia Getty.
Do you know Malia Getty?
Should I?
She referred me to your museum.
Many have read about our museum in the newspapers, Mr. Knight.
That's a good point. Are you sure you don't know Malia Getty?
Quite sure, Mr. Knight.
Okay.
You're sure you haven't heard the term Gabriel encore?
I am sure, Mr. Knight.
Oh, I should probably go see the, professor. I gave him a sketch yesterday.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Walk carefully out there, Mr. Knight.
That seems ominous. Tulane.
Mr. Knight, you're back. Oh, goody.
Can I ask you about your research?
Mind if I pick your brain?
Not if it will get you out of my office.
Okay. This is the thing about the...
Can you tell me anything about that Veve I showed you?
I told you I would research it, Mr. Knight. When I have anything concrete, I'll let you know.
Okay. Rada drums.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
Yes, Rada drums are used in most voodoo ceremonies.
Do you know any...
I'm not in the habit of repeating myself, Mr. Knight.
Okay. Okay. Oh, maybe I can show him one of the crime scene pictures. Yeah, is it an authentic voodoo thing? Or what? What's going on with that?
Is there anything you can tell me about the voodoo aspects of this photograph?
This is serious voodoo ritual. Nasty stuff.
In what way?
Let's see. I can't make out much detail from this photograph. Except for the corpse, of course. But the wound, the face, and what little I can see of the ritual paraphernalia. Reminds me of certain black voodoo practices. Very rare. I've never witnessed them myself, you understand?
Really? Interesting. Thanks.
Okay. Guess I'll catch you later, Prof.
I'll see you later.
Good day, Mr. Knight.
Crime scenes, French Quarter. Oh, I meant to go back to French Quarter, but clicked on Getty Estate instead, which I'm gonna guess I probably can't get back into. I guess I can probably ask Grace to do some research on the Rada drums.
Lucy, I'm home.
The excitement of seeing you is killing me.
Okay. Research.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Research.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Rada drums.
Could you research Rada drums for me?
Rada drums? Sure. I don't think we have any books on that topic in the shop, but I'll contact our suppliers. Assuming any of them will extend you any credit.
Tell them it's an emergency.
Uh-huh. I can see where a Rada drum book would be incredibly urgent. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Any messages? Oh, Black Voodoo.
Do you know anything about Black Voodoo?
Black voodoo? Now, what are you getting yourself into?
Nothing you need to know about. Do you?
I know there are dark forms of any major religion. Where there's a yin, there's a yang.
Speaking of yin and yang...
But no, I don't know anything really about voodoo, dark or otherwise. Sorry.
Speaking of yin and yang, not sure what he was planning on following that up with. Okay, so... Oh, my Uncle Wolfgang called me yesterday and said that he could help me escape to Germany. I might want to see if I can take him up on that, because things seem to be getting pretty weird out here.
No. I can't afford to call Germany again till I've figured more of this out.
Okay. Alright. What else do I need to figure out? Oh, maybe I can show the professor the pattern that I got from Crash.
See you later.
Uh-huh.
Somewhere there's a... It's a news...
Oh, I should actually probably read this. I don't think I ever did.
The newspaper clipping describes a ritualistic murder in Congo Square. It includes a rough sketch of a pattern found around the body. The sketch is very similar to the reconstructed Veve.
Okay. Maybe I should show that to the prof, too.
Mr. Knight, you're back. Oh, goody.
Okay. See if you can use this at all.
Can you tell me anything about this?
No, I'm afraid I can't.
Okay. Guess not. How about the thing from Crash? That thing.
Can you tell me anything about this?
No, I'm afraid I can't.
Okay. How about the snake brace? The snake... This thing.
Can you tell me anything about this?
No, I'm afraid I can't.
Okay. So what else do I need to do today?
Please don't touch that.
Dr. Hartridge's desk.
Did you know there's a whole branch of archaeology devoted to garbage? Maybe you should look into it. Did you know there's a whole branch?
Alright.
I'll be going.
Goodbye.
Alright, what have I yet to do? I'm gonna learn more about Rada drums. Oh, maybe I can ask Moonbeam about Rada drums. What Wizard says, bless you. Thank you.
I had a feeling you'd be back.
Really? Boy, you are amazing.
Please, be seated.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Of course, Seeker.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
I don't know anything about that.
Do you know anything?
There are many voodoo churches in New Orleans, no?
Yes, but have you heard of a secret voodoo hound fool?
Wherever did you hear such a ridiculous story? There is no such thing.
Do you know any?
I told you, I don't think that's worth discussing.
Okay. God, please sound good.
Do you have any idea? Do you know any?
I don't know any.
Do you know anything about?
It is the oldest, darkest heart of voodoo.
Do you know any?
There are some things it is.
Okay. Yeah, boy. I don't have anything else to talk to you about.
Does this mean anything to you?
It's beautiful. I love it.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, but if you know where I can buy one.
Sorry, it'll be rather hard to find one these days.
Oh, well, so be it.
Does this mean anything to you?
These are magic symbols. Deep magic.
Really? Have you seen them before?
No?
Then how do you know they're magic symbols?
Seeker, my eyes are unveiled to see truly that which is in front of me.
Uh-huh. Thanks. Tons.
Okay, so that's not super helpful.
This is the first page of it.
Alright. Trying to think of... Maybe she'll be interested in this. The sketch
Does this
of
mean anything to you?
Crash's tattoo.
I can be of no help to you, Seeker.
Okay. Alright, well, I think...
Please remain seated within the protective circle.
Thanks for the warning. Well, I guess I'll be going now.
Do what you will if it harm none.
Count on it.
Okay. Maybe I should go back and see Kaznu.
Gabriel would not be needing that disguise today. There's no answer. Perhaps Kazanu got even more paranoid than usual and decided to get out of town.
Okay. Where haven't I been yet? I don't think I've been to the cemetery. Okay, so I didn't talk to everyone in Jackson Square. I wonder if I can get my fortune told again. The fortune teller seemed pretty freaked out last time I talked to her. But, it's worth checking out at least, I guess.
Gabriel should get her attention first.
You're back. You know, you really freaked me out running off like that. Yoo-hoo! Anybody home?
Stay away from Maryagetti, or you shall pay with your life.
What the hell is going on?
Alright, well. That was something.
Madame Lorelai's booth is deserted.
Listen, I know things are hard between you and Emily, but gotta get your shit together, Lorelai. For Rory's sake, if no one else's. What Wizard says, pretty spooky. Yup. Okay. Maryagetti. Stay away from Maryagetti. I better go see Maryagetti if that's the case. Oh, maybe I can talk to Grandma about my phone call with Wolfgang.
Ms. Getty is unavailable, Mr. Knight.
Okay. He did not seem very impressed with me. That's too bad.
It's my favorite grandson. How nice.
Your only grandson, but nice try, Gran.
Make yourself at home, son.
Okay, let's chat.
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
Wolfgang Ritter.
Do you know anyone named...
As I said, your granddad's surname was originally Ritter. I never learned much about his family, but from things he said, I always thought he had a brother back in Germany. I don't know if Wolfgang Ritter is related to your granddad or not.
Do you know any...
I don't know what...
Okay. Alright, should I ask her about anything else? I guess I can ask her about Marie Laveau.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Marie Laveau? Of course! She was that voodoo woman, wasn't she? She preyed on people's fears and superstitions is what I think. There are always those willing to take other people's money for nothing. You stay away from people like that, Gabriel.
Yes, Gran. Do you know anything...
I don't know what...
Okay. Cabri sans cœur.
Do you have any idea what Cabri sans cœur means?
Something without something, I think. My French is so rusty. I swear my mind is going.
It's okay, thanks.
Okay,
Do you know anything about a secret voodoo hound fool?
Gabriel, my goodness! What are you up to these days?
Nothing, Gran, really.
You better not be. You know you're the only family I have left.
I know, Gran. It's okay. And do you know any...
I don't believe in such things, Gabriel. But if there is one, you stay away from it.
Yes, Gran.
Veve.
Do you know anything about Veves?
What, dear?
Never mind. Do you know anything about animal masks?
Why, no, dear. Do you mean Mardi Gras masks?
Never mind, Gran. Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Black voodoo? Is that something new?
I don't think so.
I don't know much about any kind of voodoo, Gabriel.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
Rada drums? Your father had a little drum set when he was small.
I don't think that's quite the same thing, Gran.
Well, your family's always been in the arts, but no musician so far.
Okay. Cool.
Well, Gran, I bet...
All right.
Okay, maybe I can call Wolfgang now that I know that I'm in danger. And I know who he is, that he might be my uncle. What Wizard says, this new black voodoo.
Phew, it's humid out there. Made it back, though.
Oh, joy.
Okay. Alright, so let's call Germany.
No, I can't afford to call Germany again till I've figured more of this out.
Okay, guess I still don't know enough to call Germany.
See you later.
Uh-huh.
I guess I haven't been to the St. Louis Cemetery today.
Could I have a minute of your time?
What you need, boy?
Mind if I pick your brain a minute?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
Okay.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Black voodoo? I seen lots of voodoo markings in this cemetery. I seen graves dug up and stuff you don't want to know about stolen from them. But voodoo, black voodoo, sounds like a devil of a distinction, you ask me.
Okay.
Do you know anything?
I told you it's all...
Okay. Rada drums.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
I don't know what you talking about.
Do you know anything about Veves?
I don't know what you talking about.
Alright. Okay. Let's, Boy, I don't know. I'm not really sure who to ask about stuff. I know that the professor is pretty tired of seeing me, but maybe I still haven't gotten out of him everything that I need to.
Mr. Knight, you're back. Oh, goody.
Mind if I pick your brain?
Not if it will get you out of my office.
Tell me what you mean by black voodoo.
Well, like any religion, the beliefs can tend toward positive or negative ends. Can be used for good or evil. Christianity, for example, has its doppelganger, Satanism. Anytime you attempt to set up an icon to explain evil, you invite some warped mind to worship it. The same is true of voodoo. There are those who are drawn by and desire personal power from the darker, bloodier Loa.
Can you give me an example of black voodoo?
All right. There is a very secret, very dark cult in Haiti called the Cult de Mort, Cult of the Dead. Their primary Loa is Papa Nebo, Loa of the Cemetery. They practice a particularly disgusting form of necromancy, magic using the dead. They dig up corpses and use their decaying bodies for various spells and curses.
Okay.
Can you give me another example of black voodoo?
In tribal Africa there were, and still are, black bokors. Shamans bent towards the dark, who not only practiced necromancy, but also human sacrifice.
Is there anything else you can tell me about black voodoo?
Only that if it's being practiced in this city, none of us are safe.
Okay.
Tell me more.
It's very rare. Most voodoo practices do not include human sacrifice as a matter of record, but it is theoretically possible if that's what the gods demand. For example, one of the chants I had translated for me from a Haitian ritual went like this. Mistress Azuli, come and aid us. If a cock is demanded, we will give it. If a bull will suffice, behold it. But if a goat without horns is required for sacrifice, oh, where will we find one? Azuli is the gentlest of Loa, so they call on her for mercy. But I have seen grown and powerful Hungan tremble before a possession by one of the more violent Loa, such as Papa Nebo. Clearly, they are afraid that something of the sort will be ordered, or that the Loa will simply take it for themselves.
Okay.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
I wouldn't dwell on it. Most voodoo sects probably haven't seen a human sacrifice for several generations.
Tell me
I wouldn't.
Tell me about you.
All right, Mr. Knight, I'm 35, a fully tenured professor at this university, as well as a fellow at Cambridge. My doctorate was obtained at Syracuse. Yes, Syracuse, in religious studies. I'm an agnostic, but I find human belief systems fascinating. I specialize in African religions because I grew up there. My father was a Protestant missionary. And I am heterosexual, when I practice sex at all, which isn't very often. Any other questions?
No.
Fine.
I'd really like to know more about...
There have been several articles written about me, Mr. Knight, as well as blurbs on my book jackets. If you want a biography, read.
Do you know anything...
I'm not in the habit...
Okay. Sean.
Have you ever...
I'm afraid I can't.
Can you tell me...
I told you I would research it, Mr. Knight. When I have anything concrete, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Do you know...
As I said in my lecture, which I assume you actually listened to, is that animal masks, totems, are used extensively in most African voodoo religions.
Do you know...
I'm not in the
Okay.
Do you know anything about a secret voodoo hound fool?
Secret voodoo hound fool? Where, Mr. Knight?
New Orleans?
Well, I don't know anything about a secret hound fool in New Orleans. But if you find something along those lines, let me know.
Do you know...
I told you, I'm as...
Okay.
Do you know anything...
While I find the colloquial bastardizations of voodoo somewhat interesting from a sheerly intellectual point of view, there's not a lot of relation between people like Laveau and true voodoo practices.
Do you know any...
I'm not in the habit of repeating myself, Mr. Knight.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It's June 23rd, the feast day of St. John the Baptist. But June 23rd has been a sacred day since the earliest times. Ancient sun worshippers used to roll a flaming wheel down a hill to celebrate the sun's descent on that day.
A burning wheel? Huh. What can you tell me?
I'm not a...
Okay.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm not a zoologist, Mr. Knight, but I know all I care to about reptiles.
Reptiles.
Do you know anything?
I'm not a zoologist.
What can you tell?
I find it interesting to see the occasional fragment of voodoo practices in the everyday culture of New Orleans.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
The Catholic Church has always dominated in New Orleans, and its imagery, in turn, has dominated New Orleans voodoo.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
If there's more you wish to know, perhaps you should read my books.
What do you know about the...
Just what I read in the papers until you showed me that baby. I wasn't interested before, but now... Yes, I'd like to figure out where these people come from, and what they're up to. They are obviously some very frightening and deadly serious voodoo.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
I'm hoping you'll tell me more about it.
What do you know?
I'm hoping...
What can you...
You already sat...
What can you...
You already...
Okay.
Have you had any luck with that Veve?
I'm still working on it, Mr. Knight. When I'm finished, you'll be the first to know.
What Wizard says only serious voodoo
Have
here.
you had any...
I'm still...
Okay, man, I'm just really coming up short in terms of things to
I'll
do.
be going.
Oh, do keep in touch.
Yeah, man. I'm just looking at my notes here and trying to think if there's anything else I might want to do, or I might need to do. What Wizard says, none of that clown voodoo shit. I guess I haven't been to the crime scene in a while. I don't think there's... I don't imagine that there's anything else here, though. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Can I try talking to the drummer again?
You know, I know who you are.
The drummer ignores Gabriel and just continues drumming. Unnerving, isn't he?
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
The window overlooked. Gabriel wonders if that drum is one of the cartel's messengers. Gabriel...
Could I ask you some more questions?
Of course. I also find our dialogue stimulating.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
That sort of viewpoint makes my work very difficult, Mr. Knight.
I'm not implying that all voodoo is evil, but there are certain practitioners that use voodoo towards the darker end.
No one that I am familiar with. If there are one or two ignorant believers, that is none of my concern. and I do not care to promote a Hollywood interpretation of voodoo by discussing it.
Okay.
You really don't know anything about black voodoo practices?
I believe I already indicated my intolerance for that line of inquiry.
Do you know
I believe they have something to do with Haitian voodoo, but that is not really my area.
Do you know anything about a secret voodoo en four?
Don't be ridiculous, Mr. Knight. The voodoo churches in the city have no need for secrecy.
Do you know any...
Don't...
Tell me more about...
I've given...
Is there anything else?
Not if... Hoodoo is of interest to those who study...
Okay. It's about rotted drums, black voodoo, Deve, animal mass.
Could you look at this and tell me if you recognize anything about the ritual?
This is truly offensive. This is from one of those recent killings, is it not?
Well, actually...
But the police already know that this so-called voodoo ritual is fake. Voodoo is a respectable religion. This kind of thing has nothing to do with voodoo in this city.
Fine. Let's say that's true. Are you sure there's nothing about the items in this photo?
There is nothing about this sickness that I would identify as voodoo. Nothing.
Thanks for looking then.
Okay. Did I ever ask him to look at this thing?
Does this pattern look familiar to you?
Where did you get that?
You do recognize it then?
I have never seen it before in my life.
Are you sure about this pattern?
I am sure, Mr. Knight.
It did seem like he recognized it, though.
Do you recognize the snake figure?
How curious. Where did you find it?
Oh, just laying around.
I would throw it away if I were you.
Why's that?
It looks like trouble to me, Mr. Knight.
Do you recognize this snake figure?
How curious.
Oh, why's that?
It looks...
Okay. Alright, I don't think I have anything else in my inventory to show him.
The doorway?
One other thought that I have is maybe I can look up the definition of the word Schottenjäger.
Mr. Knight.
In the German English dictionary that I have in my office.
Lucy, I'm home.
Oh, joy.
He's still there.
He hasn't moved an inch since he showed up.
Gabriel watches. Under the window are reference books, dictionary.
Okay. Schottenjäger.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Spiel means game. Interesting.
What about Schottenjäger?
Gabriel.
Himmel means
Gabriel.
dry.
Gabriel.
Besessen.
Gabriel.
Drachen means dragons. I wonder if Mosley would know he was being insulted if I called him Drachenbread.
Gabriel.
Let's see, Mittag means midday, noon.
Gabriel.
Spiel.
Okay.
Gabriel.
Himmel.
Okay.
Gabriel cannot. Gabriel.
Dry.
Oh, that's too bad. I can't look up, Schottenjäger.
There's no...
Get the hell out of here.
The figure outside does not respond.
Get the hell out of
The windows are sealed. Why move?
Just want to see if I can do anything with this guy.
Gabriel doesn't want the man in the street. This is the last. It's the man.
Okay. Grace, can you do anything else for me?
Got a minute? Do you have
Nope.
Have you ever...
No.
I don't think so. It's German.
No, but it has a nice ring, doesn't it? Schottenjäger.
Why can't I look it up in my German-English dictionaries?
You can't...
Nope.
Are you...
You are desperate.
Okay.
Do you know...
I told you.
Do you know anything about...
In New Orleans?
I think so.
No, I don't. But it sounds dangerous. You're not gonna try to find this voodoo group yourself, are you?
Would I do that?
That doesn't sound totally reassuring.
You're sure you don't know anything about...
No. No, I don't. But if it exists, I wish you'd stay away from it.
Do you know any...
I told you nothing.
Okay.
That doesn't... Gabriel cannot open... The bookshelves don't open. The top shelf contains...
Oh, maybe...
Gabriel selects a volume of...
Drei Drachen. Drei Drachen kriechen in meinen Schlaf. Die Ziele wollen sie lebendig zum Fraß. Feurigen Atems, geschweltener Zunge, genießen sie jedes Mal.
Okay.
That shelf holds used copies. They just leap.
Ha, ha, ha. Okay.
Gabriel's had all those books. Gabriel cannot see. Gabriel's had all. Gabriel's had. Gabriel can. Gabriel cannot see. Gabriel can. The history books on that shelf don't interest Gabriel at the moment.
Okay.
The history... Gabriel does not want to... Gabriel find those pop...
Have we looked at the paper yet?
Gabriel skips the Voodoo Murders article. Death walks close to you today.
Peachy.
Okay.
That doesn't...
Good coffee.
Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Get the hell out of here.
The figure...
Oh, man. I guess I could try calling Germany again, but I don't feel like I've actually made any tangible progress. Like, I don't think I've actually gotten any more points since last time I tried.
No.
Gabriel, shut the refrigerator, please. I could smell it from here.
Women.
Gabriel cannot... Jeans. The dresser holds a meager supply. Mardi Gras mementos left by some female or other. Several dozen books, including a few of Gabriel's novels, occupy the shelves above his desk. Several dozen...
Okay. You know, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna resort to looking at, a walkthrough real quick, just to see if I'm overlooking anything, because I'm sure I am. Otherwise, I think I would have found a way for this day to end. I haven't been able to do that, so just give me a second. Day 4. I'm reading a forum where someone is angrily complaining about not being able to finish Day 4. I have gone through every walkthrough and even the UHS system and done everything I can think of, but Day 4 will not end. Help! Okay, people are saying different things because I think it depends on like what you haven't done. I've already asked Grandma about Ritter, about Wolfgang Ritter and Heinz Ritter, which one person is saying. I've already talked with Moonbeam, showed her stuff, pictures, stuff about voodoo. Okay, so, I at least have found a few more things that maybe I can try, just in case I missed them.
I'm going out.
See ya.
Okay, so let's try Moonbeam. I thought I'd shown her everything,
Gabriel.
Hello.
But you can't be too careful these days, I guess.
Please, be seated.
Alright. Okay, so this thingy.
Could you look at this and tell me if you recognize anything about it?
That's from those voodoo murders, isn't it? That has nothing to do with me.
I think I've shown her this thing. The pattern.
But Gentia doesn't seem to know anything substantial about the pattern.
Okay. What else? Showed her the bracelet already. Yeah, I don't That's everything voodoo related that I could show her.
Magentia's.
Okay. Let's talk to Granny again,
Well,
I
guess
guess.
I'll be gone now.
The only vice is the absence of love.
I've heard that. Bye now.
My precious boy.
Can't stay away from you, Gran.
Make yourself at home, son.
Can we talk?
Of course.
Heinz.
Do you know anything else about Heinz Ritter?
I've told you all I know about.
Do you know anyone named...
I don't know what else.
Okay. I feel like I've asked her about...
Tell me about...
Your mother was Margaret Templeton when your father... She was beautiful and reckless. She was madly in love with your father.
I feel like I've talked to her about this before, too.
Tell me about...
Your mother's family refused to give her money.
Yeah, I've definitely...
Tell me about...
Your father, Philip, suffered from terrible nightmares. Just like...
Yeah.
When you have...
I've done this, too.
The police... Your he paint...
Tell me...
He all kept...
Tell me...
I don't...
Tell me some...
Your granddad...
Tell me...
I've asked her about all these things, but I just want to... make sure that it's not going to trigger anything else.
Tell me about...
What more?
Oh...
Okay. I guess I can try showing her that photo.
The photo wouldn't have...
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry, no, Gabriel.
So, what was this?
The letter is out.
Oh, yeah, Heinz Ritter. Shown this to you.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
No, dear. I'm afraid I don't speak a word of German.
Does this mean...
Okay. Can I, like, use the German thing on my German dictionary to translate it?
The letter is written in German. It was sent from a place called Schloss. The letter is addressed to one of the reoccurring
Yeah,
words.
Schottenjäger.
The only thing that Gabriel can decipher about the letter.
Man. Have I given the letter to Grace to translate? Maybe that would do something.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm coming up pretty dry here. Yeah, I'm just making sure. Yeah, I was just checking that forum thread again to see if I missed anything.
Hello.
Really?
Gabriel doesn't need to...
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry.
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm certain that if I try to call again, it's going to do the same thing. I'm pretty sure, like, I looked, and it said that, like, I do need to call Wolfgang Ritter today to end the day, but he doesn't want to do it, which is frustrating. I must be missing something. I'm just looking for that number again. My notes here. Okay, Florida 4909 324.
No, I can't.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know what to do. I'm completely stuck.
The waste.
I'm gonna try it, like... Yeah, you know, I'm gonna like try a couple more things maybe, and if I still can't get it, I'm just gonna like mess around with this off of the stream and figure it out, because I don't want to waste too much time just doing nothing in this game. Oh, I found something. Something else that I can do with Moonbeam that I haven't.
I'll be back.
Good luck.
Haven't done yet.
I had a feeling you'd be back.
Really? Boy, you are amazing.
Please, be seated.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
That's probably what I needed to do.
The voodoo code. It is very secret, yes. I studied it with my mentor, the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Great. Can you tell me what it says?
Let's see. Well, some of it is nonsense, I'm afraid. Whoever wrote this wasn't very good.
That's all right. Just tell me what it says.
It starts with a D and a J, and then... Okay, this part makes sense. It says, conclave tonight, bring... then there's more nonsense. F-W-E-T-K-A-S-H. Well, that last bit might mean cash. Fresh cash? It doesn't make much sense.
That's okay, thanks. DJ Conclave. K-A-S-H. It's a start.
I'm happy I could help.
Okay, so hopefully that was it.
Please remain seated within the...
Thanks for the warning. Well, I get...
Do what you will.
Count on.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
That was it. Guess I didn't need to call my uncle.
Hello?
It's me. I can't sleep.
Me neither.
Can I?
Yes. Come.
The road was blocked, the truth was shunned, the white flag had been waved. Reversal cost me all I had, and everything I'd braved.
Are you okay, Gabriel?
Sure. Great. Why?
I'm worried about you.
If I were any better, Grace, I'd be dead. Now, what's up?
We got that book you ordered in this morning. The one on rotodrums.
Really? Great.
Yeah, I did find something. I checked the microfiche at the public library. I found an article about a murder in 1810. The newspaper published a part of a pattern found around the body. It looks damn close.
You're incredible. All that work.
Forget it. We got that book you ordered in this morning. The one on rotodrums.
Really? Great.
But you got another package this morning. FedEx from Germany.
I was expecting that. Where is it?
Well, it kinda came open, but I salvaged the contents. There was a letter from your great-uncle Wolfgang in a journal.
The package just came open, huh? How'd you like the journal?
Someone has to look after you. You're in trouble. In case you don't know it.
Yeah, you've been reading my horoscope again, haven't you, Grace?
Just read the journal carefully, Gabriel. Please.
I got it.
Okay.
St. George's books. Oh, Professor Hartridge, I'm glad you called. Did you... You did? Wait, slow down. The Aigris? Really? You think that's them? The wheel within a wheel? A goon badagri, huh? Well, that does sound like it. Dambala, the snake. That's the wavy pattern at the bottom, okay. The 1791 slave revolt in Santo Domingo. Well, why would the
What's
Weber
that?
show up there?
What's that, Lassie?
Okay. 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 Look, I'll come over as soon as I can. Okay. Relax, Professor. I'm excited too, but you're gonna give yourself a heart attack. Okay. Thanks. See ya.
Okay.
I wish you'd tell me what's going on. I swear you're gonna step into a hole you may never get out of.
Don't look so worried. No one knows what I'm doing. I'm perfectly safe. And I'm getting some great stuff for the book. Besides, there's something about all this. My dreams.
What about your dreams?
Nothing. I'll be careful, I promise.
Okay. Alright, so newspaper.
Times-Picayune, dated June 22nd, 1993. Disgusted with the state of the voodoo murder case, Gabriel turns right to his horoscope. The shadow upon you is no longer reversible.
Wonderful.
Oh, and that guy is still just standing outside the window. Great.
Gabriel watches the man watching the shop.
Okay. I guess I should probably read the journal that I got in the mail.
Gabriel reads through the pages Wolfgang marked. He reads of Gunter Ritter's journey to Charleston as witch hunter, hired by the townsmen to solve a series of ritualistic murders. He reads about Gunter's meeting with a beautiful slave woman, Tetelo, and of Gunter's tormenting urges for her.
Oh, bastard.
He reads of their physical union and passion, and of Gunter's investigations into the murders. The victims were all crew members on a certain slaving expedition to Africa, it seemed. The second to the last entry described Gunter's plan to set a trap for the coven committing the murders. He found the name of one of the surviving members of the crew, a man now living in the West Indies. Gunter has spread a false rumor that the man is returning to Charleston. He himself will impersonate a sailor and allow himself to fall into the hands of the coven.
Why is it so dark in here? Dr. John? Hello? Uh-oh.
Okay. I guess this is the part where I can die.
There's no time for that.
Oops.
I really don't want to be dead. Can we try that again?
Sure. Sure, Gabe. Whatever you say. Alright.
Before leaving the university, Gabriel notifies campus security about Hartridge's body.
Why is it so dark in here? Dr. John? Hello? Uh-oh.
Okay. So clearly I'm supposed to do something.
There's no time for that now. There's no time.
Man, what do I do? Okay, I'll save right before going in this time.
Before
I guess you'll get to see Gabriel die a bunch of times, folks.
Why is it so dark in here? Dr. John? Hello? Uh-oh.
There's a light switch here. Oh, hey.
You bastard! Good day, Mr. Knight.
That thing just tried to kill me.
He did? I am sorry. The museum is closed today, you see, and we were not expecting visitors. But if you will excuse me, Mr. Knight, I must go look for him. He is incredibly valuable.
You don't need to ask twice. I'm out of here. By the way, you might want to lock your door next time you close.
Not a bad idea. Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Okay. Ooh. See, I better compare that snake scale. If I got one. Maybe I was supposed to grab it from the snake.
What happened to you?
Who, me? Nothing. Why?
Well, you're kind of a pale green color. Come here.
Maybe I was supposed to grab it off the snake while it was attacking me. So, we'll see about that.
Pale green, you say? Charming.
What's that on your face?
I'm sure you'll tell me.
Looks like a sparkly or something. Got it.
I love it when you pick stuff off my face, Grace.
Well, excuse me.
Okay. This was another scale, right? 1, 2...
This is the first... Gabriel magnifies the era. Gabriel magnifies the scale from the...
Didn't Grace get one off of me?
This... The old deck. Well, okay. The top of the top. The shop's phone. Grace likes the little banker's lap. The top of...
Just trying to figure out where she might have put the scale.
Cute guy. The desk. The top. The old desk is...
I usually use these to pick things up.
There's nothing... Why use that? There's nothing to...
Okay.
Do you know anything about...
Oh, never mind.
There's nothing... There's not...
Oh, man. Where's the... Where'd she put it? Can I ask her about it? I'm sure that I'm supposed to get it from her.
What's up?
Because I've had to get all the other scales and stuff.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
Ooh, no. Makes my skin crawl, though.
Does Ogun Badakri mean...
No, sorry.
Oh, man. So what did she do with the snake scale?
Grace likes the little banker's lap. Saint George books. Grace keep...
Don't mind if I do.
Do what?
Oh.
The top of the... There's something in the ashtray.
Oh, there's an ashtray there. See, like, I can't actually make out an ashtray.
Looks like the python left me a souvenir. There.
That's one downside to these old games with their low resolution. When they don't make smaller details like that visible enough. Oh man, these look identical. It is the snake from the lake.
Gabriel magnifies the snake scale from the Voodoo Museum's python. It's hued with purples and greens. It matches the scale from Lake Pontchartrain. He places the two scales together.
Hey, sorry, someone just sent me a message and I was checking it. Okay, I have the two scales together now. So I'm wondering if I might have enough now to convince Mosley to reopen the case. So let me try that out on him.
I'm going out.
See ya.
Hey, hey, hey. Knight, I had a feeling you'd show up.
Okay. So what did I... Oh, yeah.
I have these 2 snake scales. One's from the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain. The other's from a snake in the Voodoo Museum on Ursulines and Charters.
Is this common? Do they all look alike?
Not at all. They're both constrictor scales, and the coloring is the same. A python's coloring is quite individualistic.
A python?
That's right. Hardly an indigenous snake to Louisiana. Somehow, some way, the Voodoo Museum's python was at the scene of the Lake Pontchartrain murder.
Well, I'd call that a lead, all right. It certainly suggests certain lines of inquiry at the museum. Not bad work, Knight. Whether or not the museum's involved with a legitimate voodoo cult, though, is another matter. These guys may just be faking it, too.
I got the professor's note. It's right here.
Take a look at these notes. They're from Professor Hartridge at Tulane University.
Yeah? And what about them?
They confirm that the pattern from the murders is of African origin.
This is interesting, if true. But how do you know he had the right pattern?
I do have this thing.
If Gabriel...
You know those marks you found around the murder victims? This is a reconstruction of the whole pattern.
What makes you think this is an accurate reconstruction?
Well, I borrowed the partial patterns from your police file and did my own tracing of the pattern at Lake Pontchartrain. An architectural artist reconstructed it for me from the partials.
Really? So that's what Hartridge used, huh? I guess his analysis is on target now. Okay, the murders were committed by a legitimate voodoo cult. You proved your point.
So I can will you reopen the case?
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
What's the state of
the case? What case? I told you. The Voodoo Murders case is closed.
How can you just close it? It's not solved, is it?
Oh, it's solved. Turns out the Chicago Mafia was trying to invade local territory, using Mississippi for drug running now that Florida's so hot. What we had here was a little resistance from local businessmen. Word came in this morning that the Chicago group is giving up and pulling out of New Orleans.
But that doesn't bring the killers to justice.
Well, the boys upstairs seem to figure it this way. Let the slime kill each other. Better the vermin we know than the Chicago vermin, I guess. The attitude in the department is that we've just been done a huge favor. They're probably right.
What about the local cartel? Are you just gonna let them go?
At least they're part of us. We'll deal with them over time, always have. New Orleans is pretty clean that way, you know.
Well, that's the illusion, isn't it?
Look, I'm not totally in agreement here either, but what can I do? These guys are not about to get caught. I'm disappointed about the book, too. Next big murder case I get, I'll call you in and we'll do that one up right, okay? In fact, I could probably dig up some old cases and you could spice them up.
No, thanks. There's been another murder. A professor at Tulane.
Oh, Christ, you're not gonna start this again.
Just listen. This guy's name is Hartridge. He was a professor in African studies at Tulane. Yesterday, I went to see him about the Voodoo Murders case. He agreed to do some research for me. He calls me up this morning, tells me he's onto something big. And when I get over there, the guy's dead.
You know, you're really getting your ass in a sling over this thing, Knight.
It's not about me. Look, Hartridge's death looked just like Crash's. I'm telling you, they were both murdered. And by the same people who did the Voodoo murders.
Did either Crash or this new guy have their hearts ripped out?
No.
then there's nothing to link either to the voodoo murders MO. Besides that, the case is closed, Knight. If the coroner's report asks for a homicide investigation on either of these guys, fine. But it's not going to be related to the voodoo murders case unless we find damn good reason to do so.
But I'm the link to the voodoo murders case, don't you see?
Look, if I were you, I wouldn't repeat that to anyone. If I weren't an old friend of yours, I might take you seriously and lock you up. As it is, maybe you should start keeping your mouth shut. Not involve other people with this shit. You think it's so dangerous.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
You still need to prove that they're a threat.
Okay, I need to prove they're a threat. How can I do that? I guess I need to prove that they've killed people.
The reconstructed
What else do I have here?
It's a news.
What is this about again?
The newspaper clipping. It includes a rough sketch of a pattern found around.
Oh, yeah. Maybe this will be useful.
This is a newspaper clipping about a murder committed in 1810. That murder is an exact match of the voodoo murders, right down to the marks around the bodies.
This does sound like the same MO. 1810?
1810. They killed then, they're killing now. Isn't that proof that they're likely to kill again? That they are a threat?
Okay, they're a threat.
Okay, I'll reopen the case. I hate to admit it, but you've done some pretty good detective work here, Knight.
Well, you know what they say. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Well, point taken. Glad I could inspire you.
I'll check around the department, but I have a feeling I'm on my own. In fact, I better lock up this office just in case I step on a few toes. Come on.
Oh no, you're not gonna die next, are you? That sounds likely.
Now, lay low and let me handle this.
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Alright,
The newspaper.
let's keep exploring New Orleans, I guess. See what else is going on in the city today.
It's getting late.
Oh.
Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Dang!
So every time you don't sleep with Malia, you have these nightmares. And then the night became as day. I glimpsed nature's reddest claw. The face of fear looked back at me as I gazed into the maw. Oh, shit.
What is it? What's wrong?
Gabriel?
I see it, Grace. Hold on. There's no one in the shop, and I know there's no one in back. It's okay.
Okay? Gabriel, that thing is still barely alive. How could someone do this?
With a knife, maybe?
God, don't even start. We should call the police.
No. I'll take care of it.
But Gabriel...
I said I'll take care of it.
You should really call the police, I think.
Go get some coffee. I'll have it all cleaned up before you get back.
Oh, they know where you live now.
It's gonna be fine. Now go on. Are you sure you don't want to go home? I could close the shop today.
No. I'd rather keep busy. I'll be fine. At least that creepy guy is gone. Ugh. Not that they aren't still watching.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to be done with this for tonight, since I'm at a decent stopping point now. We're at day 6. Alright. This is a pretty long game. I still think I have 4 more days to go. No, maybe 5. I think I'm only halfway done at this point. Yeah, because I think it's a 10-day game, and I've only done 5 so far. Unless, like, the days get shorter as you go, which is altogether possible, because if I've learned anything about the structure of adventure games, oftentimes how things work is that the first half or so is very detailed and more convoluted, and the second half is much faster paced and more rushed, usually because the order of production is the same as the order of events in the game, and once they get to the end, they need to finish things before they run out of time and money. But anyways, that's Gabriel Knight, still a pretty cool game. If you're enjoying it, I would recommend picking up a copy at GOG.com. That's the Good Old Games store.